Okay, guys, excuse me. All right, good morning to everybody. Can you hear me loud and clear? Okay, guys, excuse me. All right, good morning, okay, you can hear me loud and clear. All right, let me start the statement first. I'm basically still looking at the US market to come off despite we saw a big recovery last night. All right. In fact itself, everything is going according to plan as we expected. Last week, I already told you that Monday, Tuesday, and likely Wednesday, which is yesterday, all right, we will be able to see the market going up first for the US market. Because based on the pattern that we've seen over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, all right, we should have a high point by the 16th of March, which is actually yesterday. So that is my point here. So everything is going according to plan. But of course, some people have been asking me, is it that if this plan itself, is it just because we are just too into it? No, it's not that. If you look carefully, right, I did not just take a seasonal pattern chart and then tell you that, oh, you behave like this. It's because this coming Friday is the non-farm pay. This Friday itself will be the quadruple witching. And quadruple witching, usually you cannot deny this, the market will purposely push to a certain side. So think about this, the last 2 weeks itself, right? The market have been coming off. So naturally, a lot of people have purchased the put options and they probably, expect the market to crash. But because the expiration is coming in on this coming Friday, so naturally itself, right, what will the boys do? They will definitely push the market all the way up itself so that all those people who bought the put options are going to expire worthless. So this is how the game is being played, and I don't understand why people still play this game. We don't know, knowing that the fact that right, this is always being played like it is itself. But again, it's not for me to comment. So all I can tell you is this: to me itself, the whole thing is really pretty cool. All I can say is if today the market is, if let's say the US market is coming down today, I will be not even half surprised at all. Okay, all clear on this? If everybody clear, press number 1 right now. If you understand this, press number 1. Now today's MAO will be a bit watered down because as I said, first of all, I slept late last night. Second of all, it's all right, undeniable, right? The main thing is this: if let's say we need to make money from the market, more important, we must get your skills properly up first. So that's why today I rather emphasize the MAO on skills level. Yeah, right. So it's more internal, okay. All right. Susan, okay, so I see a lot of number ones are coming in. Very, very good. Okay, let's go. Now, first of all, kudos to the 50 people who went online with me yesterday. Fantastic, you guys are super. All right, it's incredible that you guys actually came online. 50 of you, in fact. I was expecting maybe 5 to 6 people. So to see 20 people, right, is something that I was not expecting it. Okay, all right, so yes, okay, now today is the 17th of March, Thursday. All right, can the US economy take on 7 interest rates this year? Should be 7 interest rate hikes this year. Yeah, let me just correct the English one. All right. Yeah, okay, that should be proper. Okay, so can the US economy take on 7 rate hike this year? Now, to me itself, the answer is, in my opinion, it's impossible. I don't buy that at all. I think that the market will go into recession before the 4th one implemented. Now, why is that so? It's very clear that US market basically leverage on the easy monetary policy. So in short itself, it's just like meaning I take a lot of money from you at the bank rate of 0%. And then obviously from 0%, I went to invest in the stock market that yield me 10, 20, 100%. Okay, that was what happened in the last 13 years. Now, the market is going to increase my costs. Okay, my costs. And inflation is going up at the same time. So there's no much growth as inflation, there's supply issue, and now my interest rate cost is going up. So with all these things at the same time, undeniable is all right. It will actually the market will really need to, try out to see whether they recover from here. So I'm very certain to tell you this, that March and April, definitely the stock market will go into some selling. And in fact itself, right, if you look carefully what Jerome Powell said yesterday, which I think the market probably purposely missed it, they did hike 25 basis points yesterday. But there is a very fair chance to see a 75 basis point in the next 2 meetings. Now, 75 basis point in 2 meetings, how can that be? Because it's 25 basis point right now. Don't take note. They didn't say it's going to be a 25 basis point rate hikes the next 6 times. They're saying that in total there are 7 rate hikes, but they did not say how much is that. So in fact itself, right, if you look at the Fed fund rate now at the moment, it's very clear that they are looking at least 75 basis point in the next 2 meetings. And most likely that one will come in May. I repeat, during the May FOMC meeting. So imagine now if there's going to be a 50 basis point 50 basis point hiking in May, that means that, right, they already know that the CPI data for March and April will be very high. So that will give them the perfect excuse to actually launch out the 50 basis point. And because of 50 basis point if we launch in the market, then naturally itself, right, the stock market will be speculating on it again. So because of this coming Friday is the quadruple witching, so it makes a lot of sense for the market boys to push the market high so that, right, it will expire all the puts worthless, and then that will give them people the feel that, oh, market is going to go up, and then people go and buy the call options today, or basically, right, call option today, then or buy and basically sell, right, sell the puts, then we have a problem here. All right, so do you agree with what I just said? If you agree, key the word agree. If you disagree, put disagree. All right, I'm going to see you guys, what you want to say here as well. Let me know. Hi, thank you, Louis, Rayang, Dennis, Granville, okay, Henry, Susan, Jason, Anthony, and Karine. Okay, thank you guys. All right, so today you can see on the picture that I have, we're talking about Warren Buffett. We'll talk about the current situation between Russia and China. And of course, we talk about the Anonymous. All right, they're definitely trying to do a lot of things on the cyber front, and that all this information will be shared to you later on. Okay. Let's go. Now, disclaimer apply as usual. I always talk about this disclaimer apply as usual because I just want you to understand that trading cannot be just only one way. You have to do your own homework. All right. So the last 2 days itself, right? Last 3 days to be precise. I've been telling people not to buy crude oil and not to buy gold, but unfortunately, people bought. And yesterday itself, right? And before the non-farm payroll, before the meeting at FOMC, I have to really remind many people to be careful on this particular market here. And I suspected, right, the market may purposely sell down more before it rebound. So yesterday, you can see that the gold price slammed down below 1900, went to 1894, 95 level. Then it rebounded strongly until this morning. So you can see that that's how the boys play this game. They need you to get out of the market so that they can go into the market. It's as simple as that. So that's why, undeniable, I've been informing you guys that be very careful with how you invest in the market. The market agenda is pretty simple. They just need you to go in so that they can get out. And if they want you to go in because they want to take over your money, as simple as that. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a joke of the day itself. This is a very, very joke behind joke. Okay. It wasn't me. It was China. Okay. All right. Now, of course, if you look carefully, this is the boy throwing a baseball and hitting I'm quite sure the China, which is the pottery, the plates that we call it China. All right, for some, but I think that I think that the main thing is that people have been speculating recently to say that, right, the stock market is coming down because the Chinese stock is down by 10-15%. Well, undeniable, as I told you guys, there's something very interesting here. The closest ally to Russia itself is obviously the country called China. And incredibly, at the same time, suddenly, it's all right, China got into such a big problem with the pandemic. And of course, again, the stock market comes off, and then you do see that the foreign investors running away from the bonds market in China. So to me, it's all right, it's such a coincidence when all these things happen at the same time. So obviously, if you look at it from another angle, is that if you want to stop Russia from getting any chance of recovering or even winning the battle, right, the war now in Ukraine, then of course the funder or the supporter has to be stopped. So that's the reason why I found that, right, the whole thing itself, right, is very well orchestrated in my opinion. All right, so that's the reason why I'm actually thinking that, right, all this is because there's someone else doing that. Okay, now, okay, I have a class coming up on the 26th of March, a basic class, right? Basic class is where they learn moving averages, they learn MLP, they learn Doji, directional day, they learn KSI, and of course the CCRY and CCYR. So if your friends want to join us, tell them to join us, okay? Now, basically, I left about 8 seats left. That'll be on the 26th of March, 2022. All right, so students of mine, if you can, contact your friends and tell them to join us so that they can take advantage of the coming movement in the next 2 months, yeah? Then, of course, if they want to go for the Premier, the Advanced, then there's a 15 intakes. They'll be on the 2nd and 3rd of April. Okay. So same thing again. If they join, you will get a referral fee. That is what you should know. If you're not too sure about this, contact Richard. He will inform you more. Okay. All right. Now the thing is this: we can see that, right, the 25 basis point is already done. Okay, it's been done. So now the question is this: for today, what we have is the initial jobless claims. Now, initial jobless claims, the number itself, we are expecting a lower number. So we'll see how it goes. Now, today we won't have the guess and win because I haven't settled the last one yet. Yeah, I've been way too busy to do the tabulation. So I will just stop it for a while until I get myself sorted on this here. Okay, all right. So undeniable. After that, tomorrow will be the existing home sales. So that means the big one has passed. But I want to remind you this. You look at it. You take a look at this one here. Excuse me. I want you to take a look at itself. The core retail sale is the negative number, yeah? I mean, not negative, it's actually lower. The core retail sales was lower than expected. So it's not a good sign. It's already telling you the same thing. It's not a good sign for the economy. And of course, you can see that the retail sale for month-on-month also dropped. And the thing is this, the inventories, now look at the inventories. The inventories came in so high. All right, that means it's like they're expecting a minus 1.3 million, and obviously they come up 4 million. So this is how screw up their forecast can be. You're expecting a negative 1 million barrel, and yet the market come up 4 million in surplus. So that's why the crude oil price came down. All this is quite simple to understand, but you can see how screw up these boys are, or at least they don't tell you the truth. That's why don't bother with the news, guys. Just news is for you to just feel, okay, well, I know what happened. But seriously, to use news to trade the market, right? You're kidding me. Follow the charts. The market says up, you just buy. The market says down, you just sell. That will make more sense as a trader. Okay? Okay. So last night itself, the Dow Jones basically was incredible. Initially, it was down first. It was, by the way, when it was here itself, the market was up by 500 points. Yeah. Then after that, the market gave back all the gains. They gave back all the gains towards the meeting. So when they come out 7 rate hikes, right? So immediately the market got spooked. Okay, immediately the market got spooked. And then after that, there was some selling. But when Jerome Powell came in, right, surprisingly, he kept on reiterating this word, strong economy, very strong economy. He keep on repeating this throughout the whole interview, so-called the press conference. And every time I realized I can say this, the market uptick. So I realized that there could be some algorithm picking up his words, whereby every time he says strong only, bam, the market goes up. Strong economy, the market goes up. So that's why the market, if after that, right, push up all the way to the highest point to close at the day high of the day. And of course, that really confirms what I told you, right, regarding about how the Dow Jones will behave on the day itself. Okay, Peter, sorry, can I ask something? Usually you talk about initial jobless claim. How does it significant to the market? Will it affect the market? Initial jobless claims is every week thing. It comes every week, so nothing much spectacular. But undeniable initial jobless claims means that right, people who are jobless and the claims against it. So if the jobless claims is increasing, that means that right, more people who are not having a job, then definitely the what do you call it, the economy is doing not so well. Because when only the jobless claims are reducing, that means lesser people is claiming on it, or people are having a job. That's why people claims lesser. All right. So a lower number is good for the economy. A higher number is bad for the economy. So you're going to go back to the diagram again. So you can see that, right, the initial jobless claim itself, right, they're looking at 220. The previous one was 227. Okay. Now I look at the jobless claim itself. This is the chart on this side to show you the whole thing. Back in January, early this year, the market went up, right? That's why you see February, the market came off, the stock market came off. Then after that, it keep on sliding down recently. That is a good sign. But the thing is that if you compare the last one, you can see the number is higher than the previous. So that's why if today the number is higher, example, then that will actually spook the market a bit more again. Okay, got it? Right, Peter? Okay. Right, so the Dow Jones jumps 500 points in the relief rally after Federal Reserve announces the first rate hike since 2018. Okay, so the raise rate and say they will hike 6 times this year. So meaning that there'll be another 6 more meetings. That means they're looking to hike everyone until December. That's what I'm trying to say. So basically, it swung a 576 point range indeed. So yesterday was a down 500 point and recover 500 points at the same time. All right. So the conclusion is that they raised by 25 basis point. Now there were some people who wanted a 50 basis point like Baller, but obviously he's only the one saying that. So the rest of the people want 25 basis point. So because of that, right, the Fed fund rate consensus rate now is 1.9%. So that means definitely a rate hike because now it's 0.25, so you want to have 1.9 means in short itself, you're talking about 0.25 every time, or at least 0.25 every time. Now, to some people, if it is a very aggressive move, they think that right later on they will go back their words or they may reduce it. This one I already say different people, different style, but you can see how the market dramatically recovered. That is the key point. So to me itself, right, the recovery towards the last half an hour to an hour is definitely motivated, is definitely orchestrated, and of course, it's definitely meant for something which I told you is for the quadruple session that's coming in on this coming Friday. Okay, so watch out for that. So for the chart side itself, it's pretty simple to understand this very well, guys. This is what pivot 1, right? So what is one? The OP is here. I already tell you guys, right? Can you do me a favor? When the market is above OP and is above pivot 1, what should you do? When the market is above OP and above pivot 1, what should you do? Please give me an answer right now. Now, we have been seeing this so many times. I know that yesterday the pivot was very far away. But the point is this, the system is a system. The rules are still rules. There's only one answer towards it itself. What's the answer, guys? Please key the answer right now. Thank you, Peter. No problem. I'm always good here to share with you. If I know what to share with you, I will tell you more. But if I don't know, I will tell you I don't know. I mean, I'm not a walking encyclopedia. I'm just only a regular guy. All right. Yes, indeed, David, Wailam, Luis, Karine, Anthony, Vincent, Sue, Claudia, yes, every CCRY, you just have to buy. Without a doubt, you don't even need to ask me. So again, you can be hearing me saying this like a broken recorder for the longest of time, right? Every time we come to pivot trading, classic trading, we remind you, we talk about this, we talk about this, we talk about this. Every time, remember? Yeah, every time we talk about this, and every time some people ask me, what should we do? So, I mean, you paid cost fee $2,000+ to give it to us. We tell you exactly what to do. And your job only to do one thing, you just follow through and do what you need to do. So without a doubt itself, yesterday, above OP and above pivot 1, CCRY, just buy. Okay? That is how easy, simple, easy, consistent it should be. And of course, let's take a look to see whether what I'm saying right. So first of all, above OP, CCRY to buy here, but it's too early, so it went down, so you lost money. Then the second one, you buy here itself, the market didn't go that much down, and the stop loss is here, right? So which means it wasn't triggered. Then another CCRY is here, but because the stop loss should be placed here, again, it didn't get triggered. The third one was here, and that's it. Once the third one got into action, you notice this, the first two, their KSI was red, so the selling is still around. But when the market KSI turned green, that is where the boys are in. Straight away, the market blasts up all the way. And not holding back, it went all the way to KTR plus 3, which is conveniently the maximum point. So that's why you should take some profit. So of course, you may ask, Kel, here itself, can we buy? Well, you should know my answer already. Normally, after KTR plus 3, I don't really want you to buy. But of course, by the definition of CCRY, every CCR to buy, you can buy. But if you look at it, right, you don't benefit. Now, the scary part is where it comes in. When the market came down, right, during the FOMC meeting, the bomb appears on your screen, right? So which means that this could be the potential base out. And you can see that at the same time, green dots are appearing on your screen because the market triggered the MA. So if you put the line that I told you to do for the bombs and stars, you will know that the market is a buy right here. And of course, at the same time, the market triggered OP and now CCRY. Now this CCRY is better than the one earlier because this one is at KTR plus 1. So without a doubt, look at it, the market just rocketed all the way. And again, it shows that the system itself has already informed you about the bombs, about the MAs, about the OP, about the pivots, the CCRY, and of course, yesterday the MLP was below us. Definitely, it's all right. Anything above OP will be better to buy than to sell. So all this information are all given to you before the market started moving. So all this tells you that, right, our system, just as long as you follow rules, you should be able to make money very clearly. Agreeable? If you agree that the system is good, right, just key the word amazing system right now, please. Do me a favor. If you can, just type amazing system, okay? That's all. All right. It was outside GDH hour, Karine. Yes, indeed. But remember, I did say to you, oh, sorry, Karine, you haven't go through Premier level yet. My Premier level will have shared with you that when you come to this thing it's called classic trades. Classic trades, usually we can do it before GDH. But if you want to, based on DTH hour itself, right, then you can only trade this one. This is the one that you can trade only. Can you understand this? Yeah? Okay? All right. Like this, I mean, we don't do say that, well, we like, you know, we keep on changing our words. And actually, that's the reason why we want everybody to upgrade to Premier. So everybody will be on the same page, you see. So it'll be easier to understand. Because, right, if some of you are Premier, some of you are in basic, then of course, sometimes it'll be very difficult for us to explain certain things. So that's why, but again, we understand why people go for basic first, because they need to get a hang of this. Then after they progress to the Premier level, then okay, that's fine, yeah. Okay, hold on, there's some problem here. You asked me, yeah, and then I told you, right? Did I? Yeah, I tell you that to look towards the buy side. Yes. Okay, good. Thank you very much. Okay. All right, so let's continue. So this is gold yesterday. Now gold, we can see very clear that gold yesterday, I told you that is a stack around this area here, the MA 30 and the MLP at the 1940 to 1934. And you can also see that, right, the KSI was red in color, blue bars was extending, so there'll be a negativeness in the market. Now, fundamentally, we all agree that, right, because the rate hike comes in, the dollar will increase in strength, so the gold price will come off. So really, the gold price really came off. Now, on the flip note, right, you can see now, right, when the market was going up, you can see the mainstream media was calling you to buy, telling you 2,005, 3,000, 4,000, 10,000, 100,000 also have. Now, all disappeared. Don't you realize that this thing is always going in the same way itself? Keep on repeating. They will never change. This is how the boys play this game. They'll basically make you think that, oh, this way, that way, but end of the day itself, right, you can see the market just, gave way once they want to do that. So this is the reason why I keep on reminding you guys this, that, trade according to rules will be a better bet, yeah? Okay, trade according to rules will be a better bet. Okay. Okay. All right, so let's look at the intraday movement to see how we benefit from the trading side first. So first of all, as you can see that the pivot 2 is at the bottom, right? Okay, so what happened? MLP is above us. So the selling pressure is there. MA30 also above us. The selling pressure is there. So when the market failed to stay up, right? So we have two lines drawn here. You can see now based on the bar, the star and bombs. So the market basically couldn't really, go up much. Okay, and then after that it came down. Then a bomb came in. So you draw the two lines at the bottom, and here you go. CCRY above OP, you can buy. And at the same time, when that happened, the KSI was green in color. The blue bars retreated to nothing. When it's nothing itself, it's very bullish. So the market did go up to KTR +1. So the first profit was given on the long side. Then after that, as you can see, the market failed to go above the KTR +1. So CCYR, you can short over here. And of course, what happened? The KSI was red in color. The blue bar was extending downwards. With all these things add together, the gold price came in. All right. Now, of course, on hindsight itself, right, I told you the reason why I'm selling gold yesterday was more fundamental than technical. The technical was there, but the fundamental was the most important reason. So the same thing is when the market goes back to CCYR positioning here itself, right, I continue to do a short sell on the gold, and the gold price really came down. But the thing that really changed my heart was because I saw the bomb over there. Now, do note the bomb came in not at the low of the day. At that point, it was the low of the day, but it was, if you look at it on hindsight, it came in late. It came in earlier. So what must you do? You draw the two lines. Can you see that? So you draw the two lines, you can see that the market didn't really close below the support line. And of course, after that, the KSI jumped, and obviously no blue bars. There's no blue bars and KSI jump, and it's supported by a bomb. Very, very simply put, even though the fundamental was against it itself, but the technical gave the confirmation. That's why the market recovered. Can you understand this? So there were three key points at the back. The Dow Jones ended positive. So that means that it was nothing to do with the Dow Jones anymore, right? And I tell you, right, the Dow Jones was there. The yield was also up. So it wasn't the yield that bring the market down. So everything is all right. It's just purely chart movement. So that's why I say it's better to follow the chart than actually follow the news. Okay, all clear? Right, if everybody clear is all right, press number 2 for me, please. Thank you very much. Press number 2, yeah? Okay, well, good to see you. Nice in, long time didn't see you already, yeah? Good to see more and more people coming back. Now, I do remember almost all of you. As long as you guys interact with me once, I will be able to remember you, okay? All right, so some of the very simple local and global news first. So first of all, the reason why the stock market went up yesterday was talk of compromise as the Russian-Ukraine peace talks set to resume. So we are going through the 4th or the 5th, I lost count already, the 4th or 5th talk. So yes, indeed, the more they talk, the more likely there's a potential of a ceasefire. But of course, like I said this in very long time ago, about 1 month ago, one of the SOP for a real compromisation is later on itself, right? Somehow someone will screw it up and then something will happen. And unfortunately, when that happens itself, right, then the real peace talk will happen. So I really don't wish that what I say will happen, but I just say, I just wish that, hopefully that one won't really happen much. Yeah. Okay, welcome. Okay, something wrong with my mouse. Okay, all right. So let me just screen now change to the other side first. Okay, so as I mentioned to you, right, let's look at some important news first. Just give me a minute. Okay. So Russia sees China as a lifeline against sanction, but US threaten consequences if Beijing helps. So that's the reason why you can see there, right? Moscow has reportedly asked Beijing for military and economic assistance to wage its war against Ukraine. All right, although the government publicly both denied. Now, of course, you can see that China seemingly a little interest to becoming embroiled in the economic battle, but apparently it's all right. The finance minister Anton says that the partnership with China still seems to be good. So it's all whether or not if you all believe that China is helping this Russia at the side, because we can see there are many footmarks and footprints that US is helping Ukraine, very clear footprints everywhere. But of course, again, this is a very politic thing, so I will not go that in detail. Now, of course, as we know that they approved the first interest rate. We talked about that earlier already. And of course, because of that, the dollar increased, then that sent the dollar yen go all the way up, and that spiked up the Nikkei. Now, one thing is that I want to just gently remind you that, of course, again, this is something a little bit going to a bit of focus side here. Is that a lot of astrologer was looking at the planetary movement, and they are saying that there will be much more earthquake in March and April. And of course, one of them itself is actually Japan. And incredibly, at the same time, basically about 11 years ago, in 2011, okay, we saw the Fukushima nuclear power station was being attacked by the earthquake in a way, so-called exploded. So that created the market pretty badly in 2011. So yesterday, again, the same thing happened in Fukushima. So interesting, right? Then of course we have more earthquake in China and also some in Iran. All right, so something just not right happening at the same time. So I say once again, I don't know, is it by coincidence? Okay, so basically means that as long to me itself, you just have to take note of all this little marking, yeah. Right, of course, if Federal Reserve is the high rate, what's that the market usually shows? Just to show to you, in terms of performances, you can see that normally when the rate hikes go in, and the last 13 years, the market generally goes up. Now it's because the time when the interest rate goes up, the Federal Reserve was still pumping money into the system. So it's not a very fair assessment on this. But again, if you want to know what happened itself, you can read it on your own. I'll be posting out later. But in short, I'm trying to tell you that no need to fear. Interest rate is good, yeah. And of course, at the same time now, the Chinese stock recovered as why? Because China government came in to support and said that they will do all their best to support the market. So you can see now the China-Hong Kong market earlier was down by about 400 points on the opening price, now has recovered almost everything. Now, when the market is actually, when the big boys are coming in, the government coming in to support the market, normally the first 2 days, you don't go and fight with them. Don't waste time. There'll be more buying than sellers one, okay? But if the buying cannot continue, then we have a problem. So later on, I'll share you how to work with this, okay? Later on, I'll share you how to go around this so that you can understand how to take advantage of this play, okay? All right, got it? All right, so of course, Berkshire or Berkshire Hathaway closes at a record $500,000 a share. My God. Now, someone ever asked me this, Kel, seriously, what do you want to do in your life, Nick Don? I tell you this, actually, I want to become a Warren Buffett, not because of his rich, but to really do this. You know, Warren Buffett had the best job in the world. He's not technically trained. He's not, he's not a technical guy. He can't repair stuff. He can't make candies to save his life. But do you know that, But he owns all these companies in total, about, if I'm not wrong, 80 companies. And he's not even a master of any company techniques. But he owns them in a way, and they pay him as much as $8 billion every year in just dividend alone. All these companies pay him, in short, $8 billion every year. Come on, man. Think about this as well. Isn't that cool? This is the landlord of the landlords, you know that? You understand my point? So seriously, I think that he is getting it right. But let me explain this why he got it correct. Because when he invested in the Dow Jones was less than 1,000 points. Today, the Dow Jones at 36,000 points, 34,000 points to be precise now. So definitely it's all right. If the market go up by 34 times, then yes. And of course, the stock market is all right. At the same time, most of the companies, they believe in dividends, they believe in pushing up share prices higher. So he lives in a very perfect place. All right. Now you try to do it in Singapore, it's all right. I think it'll be tough though. All right. So anyway, just show to you now. Look at the stock price. Now, 2-3 years ago or 4 years ago, the stock price was 250,000. Today it sells 500,000. Okay. Now, why do I want to bring in today's to the Warren Buffett itself, right? You can see now. Take a copy of this right now, everybody. Take picture, yeah. This is the top 10 valuable companies in US. So which means that, right, if let's say my forecast is going to be correct, let's say, yeah, if the market now, we have the Dow Jones now at 34,000, okay, 34,000 is the Dow Jones. If Dow Jones really dropped down because of whatever reason to 31,000 or 29,000, I would like you to buy Apple, buy Microsoft, buy Alphabet, buy Amazon, okay, buy these 4 companies. Okay, just buy this 4 company. Tesla, I will give you a doubt. Rationale, because I think Tesla may have to do a lot of work at the bottom. So this one wait for. Now, Nvidia, Meta, this one it's okay, but not my best. This 4, AMAA, okay, AMA. All right, these 4 company, I want you to really buy them when you see the Dow Jones coming down to here. Are we clear on this? All right. So buy AMA when Dow sees 31 to 29K. Okay, write down. What's AMA? Apple, Microsoft, Alphabet, and Amazon. Hey, what's this? Okay, all right, please do that. I'm quite sure the 4 companies will do very well for you guys, and you'll be making a lot of money, and you'll be thanking me after that. Okay, so how many of you now will be buying? How many of you now would be buying these 4 counters when the Dow Jones hit 31 to 29,000? If you think that you will be buying, keyword me, M-E, all right? Me, Emma. All right, me, Emma. All right. These 4 company stocks, really go in to buy when the time comes. Okay, really, this company will help you make a lot of money. No kidding, yeah. Okay, buy. Yes, buy. Me, a lot of Apple. Yeah, yes, indeed. All right, good to see you, Rachel. Okay, yes, indeed. Come in to buy into the market. Yeah, all these stocks are the best to buy when the time is right. Okay. Not now. Okay, not now. Ray Yang say you buy Microsoft. Okay, cool. All right, Microsoft definitely is going to be able to take over Apple in the near term. That's why I see that. I believe that in the near term, Microsoft will leapfrog over Apple. Yeah, I believe in that. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that is what I want to share with you with regards to this, okay, over here as well. All right, clear? Okay, so now the last one over here for the news side is that Anonymous declared a cyber war against Russia recently, right? So how was the result, right? So apparently, well, the account, the Twitter itself, right, called Anonymous, all right, has garnered 7.9 million followers already. All right, so that is really, wow, incredible. All right, so they said that they have hacked in 100 Russian database, and 92 of them have been compromised. Wow, serious. Okay, so they hacked into TV broadcast and website. That one we saw, right? Apparently, they hacked into the point and says that, right, what Zelensky wanted to do something here. Yeah, so a lot of things is happening. All right. They also there are whole people who false claim them, who obviously going around and say they're anonymous and stuff like that. Okay, anyway, this is like ongoing now, and I did share with you that this is actually ongoing. And the time when I talk about this, some people are saying that, Cal, you're reading all the nonsense stuff. Now it's on CNBC, so how nonsense can it be? Now, basically, you must understand that, right? On mainstream media, not every data information, they will come out immediately. So some of the more sexy, interesting one, right, which I'm actually looking at it, I will share it with you. So just because it's not a mainstream media, it doesn't mean that it don't exist, okay? So now you see, now the mainstream media is covering it, then you now to tell me that, oh yeah, really what Cal said 2 days ago, really happening. Okay, all right, anyway, not going to debate on that. All right. Now, from the Bloomberg side itself, as I mentioned, the Fed tend to move in increment of 25 basis points, which means that now there could be a 50 basis point price for May. Yeah, this is from Bloomberg directly, not I say one. Yeah, So it's going to be a 50 basis point in the next, 75 basis point next 2 meeting, then definitely it's all right. Very sure on May, the market will have to increase by 50 basis point. Yeah. Okay. All right. So those who key MR, please remember, okay, these few counters you must really look to buy. Okay. So now the thing is this: if the U.S. Federal Reserve is going to do that, it's all right. What is happening now is the Federal Reserve can't do much because they can only basically bring down the inflation thingy itself, so that hopefully the supply will come in for the demand to be matched. All right. So in short, they're saying that right, the Federal Reserve just need to do what you do. You can't do much to the current Ukraine thingy, so they just have to help to reduce inflation. And of course, as I mentioned to you, right, the retail sales wasn't good last month. So again, without a good retail sales and inflation going up itself, definitely that will affect sentiment. That one's for sure. Yep. And of course, you can see yesterday, because of the Chinese government coming in, wow, look at one single day recovery. This is crazy, right? Some counter increased by 72% in a single day. Oh my goodness. All right, a bit crazy, right? Look at it. 51% in a single day. Oh my goodness. So yesterday, if you buy Chinese stock itself, right? My God. Or the day before you buy, today you're like 50% to 70% higher. Now, this is insanity. This is really nonsense. I can tell you this. This will be temporary. It will come down again. I can tell you this. I can write it down for you. I can tell you this because you cannot change the value of a company. All right, you can push it up, manipulate. But I tell you this, all these companies will drop by 30% to as much as 50% in about 2 weeks' time. I'm very confident to tell you that in 2 weeks' time, we will see all these counters will drop by at least 30 to 50% in 2 weeks' time. Because all this itself shows that the market can be orchestrated, can be manipulated. So this evidently tell you, right? Anybody can, as long that you have the power and resources and the money, obviously, you can manipulate the market. So isn't that outright manipulation? Think about this. Momo up by 51% in a single day. Dada up by 50% in a single day. Crazy, right? Douyu, right? Also increased by 60% in a single day. Oh my goodness. So all these Pinduoduo up by 56%. My God. Don't you find it amazing how Keylong can all this be itself? Yes, that's the reason why I felt that, right? Trading, sometime in life, you just have to follow the charts. Don't need to follow all those nonsense stuff, because if you don't follow the chart, right, then you'll be sucked in by all this nonsense. Because yesterday, when the market was coming down, the mainstream media say cannot buy China stock. Then the last night, the China stock goes up, right? Now the mainstream media say can buy China stocks. You see that? How crappy is this? This is how world works, huh? All right, so important market information, I already shared this with you already just now. All right, so today I say it's a watered down one, so I don't have all this. The alternate market news, I don't have it ready yet. So today I don't have all this. So straight away now we go to the stock side itself, okay? And let's look at the market for today. Yeah. Okay, let's go. The bull goes moo, the bear goes drew, and the lemming goes is different this time. Now today's the way I do this a bit different, because I want to share some important stuff with you on the side. Okay, so first of all, this is the version 5.88 BTP level. Okay, so why do I talk about this one first? To set the tone of the market for today. All right, this is the Dow Jones now. Now the Dow Jones, as you can see today, we have a very interesting Omega sign on the top here. Now this is only made available for PTP students. PTP students are Pro Traders Program student at the highest level. Now the PTP student today, if they turn on the Dow Jones, they will see there's an Omega sign. Now Omega sign means what? Omega sign means that, right, okay, the opening price of today and the day high must be the same, or the OP of today and the day low are the same. Okay, so you can see now on top of the screen, the opening price is 34,136. The day high is also 34,136. So simply put itself, if OP and the day high is the same, then that means that the market itself should be coming down, because the market gives no room of going higher. Just like CCROI, right? CCROI, right, you should buy an entry bar, but if entry bar current price now is below the entry bar opening price, so you cannot buy. The word long wouldn't come out, right? So same thing. Now, this omega sign is not a usual thing, but normally when it come out, right, it gives us a little bit to tell us to know what to do today. So undeniable today, the OP and day high is the same. So today is more towards the sell side. Now, you can see that right on this particular day was a KFC day. And of course, the 34,090 is the KFC level. And we are now basically, right, when the market this morning, it actually triggered the 34,090 and then now come off now by 100 points. So which means that I told you before, right, if this is a KFC point, if this is KFC, all right, the market, if let's say go past it, then of course it will go higher. But if the market hit it and come back down, then that means it's sell, like a bit of MLP right there, right? So now that's very clearly the market this morning have triggered the KFC and now it's coming off. So potentially we may see more downside later today. All right, then we see a more downside today. MLP 33,830 should be the very important technical point to watch. If the market can break below 33,830, then there'll be more selling. Okay, but the thing is this: at the same time, we have a KSI jump yesterday, and the blue bars appear on my screen. Now that means that the market bullishness is there. So that means that for today, if you want to sell, please don't sell too heavy because the market has bullishness from the indicators. Yeah, okay, got it. All right, so this is to share to you why today my view in the market. So of course, if the market later can break the OP of the day, that means the omega signal will disappear, then it will be going up. The upside itself should be 34,304. Okay, upside itself is 34,304. Why? Because that is a KCB here itself. Now later on, before we end after we do the drawing, right, I'll talk about KCB. Don't go away because I want you to understand how to use a KCB correctly, hence to help you to make money in the coming 2 months time. Yeah, so don't go away. Yeah, okay, I gotta do a quick one on today's overview. That's all. Okay, China, as you can see now, the Chinese market. The China market yesterday, one big momentum bring all the way up itself, right? So 5 days of selling, 1 day clear off everything. And the crazy part is this, the level itself that I mentioned, 13,866, right? Yesterday closed exactly there itself. Now I'm going to show it to you. You see my point? I take this, remember this thing here itself? This is the candles, the KCB, and then I draw across it, right? And you can see now the market follow. Okay, now let me explain to you now in detail. Okay, so let's say now you see the market down. Okay, let me just bring it down. Okay, you see the market that is down, right? Okay, 2 black candle. So of course, if the market goes up, right, you cover the candle, right? So first target will be here. First target will be here. Second target will be here, right? Because that is the first black candle. This is the second black candle. So you notice this when the market comes up, right? It really clears the candle accordingly. All right, clear the candles accordingly. That's how the KCB is so important. Now with the market now up by 1 whole day, now expectedly we should see more upside because it's government put motivated trade, right? But interestingly, it stopped there and it's still below the moving average. Now this is not the first time the Chinese government came in to motivate the market. That's not the first time. It happened a few times already. This was also one of the time it did recently. Right, it did this back then. Then after that, what happened? The market punctured and come back down. Then, okay, so how do we take a trade on this? Very simple. Since the market was motivated by the government yesterday on the day itself, right? Hence, therefore, the closing price will be a very, very good marker. The closing price will be a very good marker. So in short, for the China A50, yesterday's closing price is a good marker. Put it there. So which means that, right, as long as the China A50 cannot stay above this level here at 13,866, that means that the market still got room to go down. So 13,866 is the technical point. If the market go past 13,866, then obviously it will go up all the way to the MA 30 itself. Okay, so this one, kindly take note now for the China A50. Something a little bit like a KFC in a way. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so now let's look at the US market, the Dow Jones for today. Now, I already told you what happened to the Dow Jones, so the numbers are already given to you, so I will not talk again. Nasdaq. Now, Nasdaq itself, right, today is not Omega because the opening price and the day high got a bit of difference, so there's no Omega on it. Now, yesterday, the Nasdaq, the high was 14,030, and you look carefully, the BNB itself, right, the BNB itself, okay, let's open up and the BNB level, yeah, you cannot see this, is 13,035. So the market didn't hit the BNB 1x1, almost there, but didn't hit. And of course, you can see that the market really go for it. So for today, very simple, the MA 200 is against you, but you notice MLP and MA now is with you. So you see right now, because the market consolidated for the 2-3 weeks. So I told you, right, when the market is consolidating, the MA will move towards the current price. So now the MA 30 and MLP so near one another, and they're actually bottom of it. If the Nasdaq U-turn and go higher, right, it will be able to go back to 14,200 plus area. All right, so that is if, let's say, the market turn up. But if the market fail and go down, then of course these two numbers, 13814 and 13729 will all be used as a form of the cushion to cushion the sell off. Okay. Now that is the moment. Now I think that the downside is kind of limited for time being. S&P 500. S&P 500 is an omega. Yeah, S&P 500 is omega. The opening price and the day high are the same. Okay, so today, if the market breaks the pivot to 43.52, then today will be a sell. Correct. Yeah, today now it's trading at 43.49, so it's actually below P2, right? Below P2 means there will be more selling to go. Where will there be the next figure that's available is 43.15. 43.15 to 43.49 to 43.15 is a long 35-point distance downwards. So if you think that the S&P will drop by 35 points, then of course the Dow Jones might drop easily by about 200 points to 300 points. Yeah. Okay. So that is something that you can see whether can you mix and match, see how do you utilize the trades that you know. Okay. All right. So that is the crude oil. This is S&P. Now Hang Seng, I already tell you, right? Hang Seng basically now he has gap up. You have covered the gap in the morning, and of course, if you want good guys, you need to find people who you can trust. Okay, so for this market right now, the market it continues to go higher. The first refuge you're going to look for is 21,435, which actually it did, but because there's it couldn't go higher, so it pulled back. All right, so now this is going to be an interesting doji, because if we end this way, it's all right. Tomorrow we are going to see a further upside easily, or we may see the downpour all the way giving back. All right, we can get back all this thing itself. Now, of course, why is that so? I say once again, the market, although have the government support, right, but it's not going to help because they're going to be the biggest exporter. But if they want to buy, that's not a problem. Yeah. Now, this is Nikkei. Nikkei did a CCRY yesterday, so that's why today given you the confirmation to buy. So CCRY day chart, you can buy already. Don't care, don't bother. Stop loss should be placed here. There's a stop loss. I know that it's pretty far away, but remember it's all right. It's just temporary. Okay, so this is stop loss. So upside target is all right. You can go all the way to 26,909. All right, or if not, you just hang around all the KCB points, so that's safer. And that is for 26,690. That's now already way past 69. All right, so 26,690 will be a level that you can consider to buy back some position. I mean, to sell some position if you're long in the market. Okay. All right. So DAX, same thing. DAX yesterday broke above the pivot 2, which happened to be the inverse pivot, but because the MA30, MLP is all with him. So as long as the market break pivot 2, it's work like CCRY to buy, and of course you can see that the DAX shoot up all the way and close near the high. Now the thing is this is what happened. Okay. All right, so that is what happened for the DAX. Then of course the crude oil. Now crude oil, I told you, I suspect that there could be a base out soon on crude oil. And yesterday was a doji. So as long as the market stays above OP, it's more to long. Below OP, it's more to the sell side. Yeah. Okay, the upside itself, MA30 is 100.40. I think that there is a chance for the crude oil to go there. Yeah, I think that. Yeah. All right. The support itself is abundant at 91 area. So this one, I don't think the market will test it. Now, why I say that crude oil go higher? If let's say they're going to bring up the economy, one thing is that the demand for crude oil will increase. And of course, yesterday you have the inventories expecting about 4 million barrels away from the market. So that means that, right, mathematically, the crude oil should go higher. Yeah, I think so. So let's see whether I'm right. Yeah? Okay, now look at the gold market. Now for gold, you can see now, sorry, hold on. The gold now is trying to move up and it has tested the very important MA just now, $37 and 1937.40. You have tested it and we got rejected. It may test again. Now KSI point is red in color and also blue bars are quite there. But the thing is this, the market has technically now break out of the trend. So there is a small possibility the market may break $37.40 and it may actually go out to here. So if that happens, then of course, for some of us, we'll be very happy because I know some of you are holding gold market from the high point until now. Yeah. Okay, so that is the gold. Let's look at the silver. Well, for silver, it's almost dramatically the same thing. All right, almost identical. So as long as silver found its strength, it may actually go back up again. And today's target can be as high as $25.88. Current price now is at about $25.28. Okay, so the market may go up by 60 cents to hit the target. Yeah, it is possible. Okay, so that is silver, gold done. Let's look at the Bitcoin and this and the Ethereum. Then after we do a little bit on the KCB. Yeah, don't run away. Yeah. So of course, with all the uncertainty taken out as well, right? For some reason, the market decided to buy into Bitcoin, and so yesterday there was a gush in to buy Bitcoin. I know some big boys called for buy yesterday, right? Don't kind of look at the Twitter, so I'll leave it there. Now, at the moment now, from the way to get it, there could be a further upside if they say it's needed, right? Because the KSI is red, but the KCX is going up. So when KCX is going up itself, right, that tells you that the boys are willing to look towards and buy. So if the Bitcoin stays up, it could go to 42,000, because that is the KCB area. All right, so 42,000 is not that difficult. So let's see how it goes. Okay, for Ethereum has just broke past the BNB. As you can see again, within 2 days, the BNB given the profit again. Once again, let's show how powerful is the system, right? One break only can buy for 150 points. All right, so now the thing is this, now the MA 200 is against it, but the MLP and MA 30 is very pro it. So which means that, right, there is a chance for this market to test here, which is 2809. Okay, 2804, sorry, my bad. 2804, yeah. Okay, upside target. Okay. The earthquake didn't affect Nikkei because it did not hit the financial hub. So that's why it was more of the outskirt. That's why the Nikkei was not affected. It affected a short while, but the yen make it stronger, yeah. Okay, all right, so that is all for all the charting for today. Hopefully you'll make some money. Now I just want to talk about the KCB first, or the quick one, how it really worked for a short moment. Yeah, let's take a look. Yeah, hold on. Just give me a moment. Okay, so we know how KCB work, right? Red eat yellow, yellow eat red. So let me just share this with you guys. Take a look at the market. So on the day itself, when crude oil was plunging down after the very solid sell-off. Okay, then after that, there's a red bar come out, right? The red candle. So people ask me, Kel, how low will the crude oil go? So using what you learned, which is the KCB methodology, all right, red eat yellow, yellow eat red, okay? All you need to do is this, take a look, yeah? So you can see now, right, the red color will eat the nearest yellow. That's basically, if it's fresh one, it's even better. So that means that it will come down to here. Can you see that? And that's the how I view. So on the red bar itself, it was at 103 as of closing, right? I did say that if crude oil will go down, it will go down to $95.10. So that is because red will eat yellow. Agreeable? Okay. So of course, you may ask, what if after the market break, where it will go? The next level will be here, right? That's why you can see the dotted lines are all there already. So now you can see now why the crude oil really came down, and after 2-3 days, the market really came down to the KCB level here. From here, it went down all the way to here. That's the first target. Then after that, it went down to the second target, almost there, before rebounding. Okay, so that is how you utilize this. Okay, got an idea now? Okay, why about this? Because now I'm bringing the Dow Jones in. So everybody take a look at Dow Jones. So same thing again. If you say yellow is yellow bar, a red bar, it will eat yellow bar. So which means that this will be the first support. This will be the first support for Dow Jones at 33,508, around there. Then of course, subsequently, the next support will be here, right? Then you notice that after that, there's no more support already, right? No more red, yellow bar for us. So that means that the market will have to go much lower. That's why there is a potential that the market may go down all the way. Once you break this point here, it means that the next few weeks, the market may ding dong, then around here, they go down here, and then after that, they go all the way down. Okay, so that is what we're using the KCB for, to do a forecasting of where the support level will be, where the resistance level will be. So now with this understanding here itself, right, you can see this one can be utilized in many ways. You can do it on gold right now. All right. So why did the gold come down at the same the way we talked about? Look at it. So you can see now on the screen. Okay, there's a red bar, right? There's a red bar that's here. So if let's say it go down, right, it will go down to this point first, the first KCB point, the fresh chocolate bar. Then after that, it will go down to the next chocolate bar, which is here. The next chocolate bar can be as low as here. Can you see it? Here at about 1907. So that's why I did say that if the gold price come down to 1907, that might be a base. And you see that? Really, the gold price hit 1907, stop there, recovered. So now, can it work the same way? Of course, if yellow, the red eats yellow, then yellow eats red. All right. So if let's say gold is a go up, right? The first target now it will be here, 1950. Then the next target itself will be here, which is 1983. See, very simple, right? So with that, you will know that if gold will go higher, there's no need to take profit from 1935 to 1950. Let it run. Along the way at KTR level, you can take partial profit. All right, give an example now. If I go to the 15-minute chart now, let's say for gold today, now you can see very clearly, gold itself now has a new star with three green dots, yeah? So which means that there will be a very big movement in gold very soon. So either you're going to sell down or you're going to go all the way up here itself, okay? So now the thing is this, all right, the star, and also you notice that this is the one in orange is the one that I draw the KCB, and then now the KTR plus 3. So that means that if the market is going to shoot up, right, it will go easily from where we are on 1935 all the way to 1949 or 1950, because at the same time itself, right, there were two items there. So got it? That is how you can do forecasting. So you don't need to take profit in between. If you want to take profit in between, then maybe at 1942 because it's hit KTR plus 2, right? They take some profit because it's again 3. If you want to hold it all the way, just hold all the way under 1949. So like that, you will maximize your profit with the system. Understand that? All right. Can you use a lower time frame to find KCB? No, you must use day chart. KCB is only meant for day chart, Tommy. All right, do not use a lower time frame to do. It will not be accurate, even though after some back test here and there, you may say, hey, actually it worked. But I say after a long while, the day chart KCB is most powerful. Then you draw the lines first. You put it back into the intraday chart itself to see it. Okay. So then now I understand my point. Why am I looking at gold to hit 1949, even though now the whole world says sell and stuff like that? That's how I do this every time when the world say do something and sell, right? But I realize that the market is not going according to the same point. I know that it's time to go the other side. Yeah. Okay. So does it work on stock itself? Of course, it works on stocks. That's why I told you Tesla will go up. Let me show to you Tesla. All right. You see that? Okay. You see for yourself. So the Tesla share basically recover, right, from the base of $175, $758, right? I told you at 758, Tesla share will recover. So obviously, if you look at it, red bar, if it's going to be a yellow bar, red bar, right? So the first target, it will be here. The first target will be here, right? 838, right? About there. So you see yesterday, the Tesla share smack right down, purposely hit that point, 838 itself. You see that? This is how our TWB system works. Very simple, very consistent, and definitely I can prove it to you year in, day out. All right, as long as you just remember this, that's why when the Tesla share were all coming down, whole world calling for sell, we went for buy. And then we can straight away from the candlestick itself, right? We can know where will be the targeted level. And as long as you follow the rule of KCB, you can do that. Right, pretty simple, right? All right, now, do you think it's simple? If you think it's simple, easy, consistent, right? Okay. All right, press SEC for me. Right, simple, easy, consistent. All right, this is what you need to do. Type SEC right now. That will give you why I think that you should always have the what do you call? Have the system with you, yeah. So the last one to show you is that's Apple. So again, very simple, right? When Apple share was downwards, we call for buy. The target that we gave itself was here because the market will go up. All right, so you can see now it went up all the way. Now, of course, if you're premier level, you will know that the KCB are automatically drawn for you. All right, but before it goes up itself, you can already do your forecasting because the KCB will only come out if the colors is there. I mean, if you only yellow bar, then the KCB rate will come out, or the KCB rate. So if they say now you're still red, then the KCB will not come out anything. So that's why you need to have the knowledge of KCB so they can draw it. Yeah. Then when the color change came in, then of course you can verify your answers. Okay, got it? All right. So now you understand why itself, right? We all know that where the market could go up, where it can go down, and everything here and there. So last but not least, that's why now we see Hong Kong now. Take a look. All right. So yesterday Hong Kong shoot up, right? So just telling a friend of mine, I say that Hong Kong, if go up, right, I told him what my level is. So the first level I told him itself when the market was shooting up, right, I told him based on my system itself, Hong Kong, the first target will come to here first, 19113. Then the next target I told him it will be going to here, which is about 20,000. So let me count. Your first target is 19,113. Your next target is 20,000. 900 point different. Are you crazy enough? I told you that no, it's not crazy. This is how it works. The market will work according to what we are doing. So I told him next figure itself will be 20,300. Okay. Then I told him that after that, the next target itself will be here, which is 20,982. Now watch, everybody. Look at it. That's how it works. Look at it. When the market flush, when market hit 19113, it shoot up all the way to 20,000. Then after that, it go past 20,000, it go to 20,300. Then it goes up to all the way to 20,982. So without a doubt itself, right now you can see now the KCBs are all available on the screen because it's yellow bar, right? So the next target itself is 21,435, and that happened to be the day high of today. Today, 21,435 is on the day chart. If you look at the 5-minute chart, right, you will see the amazing number all available on the screen. That's why TWB Premier level got a lot of hidden stuff, but you just need to utilize it accordingly. So you can see now that 21,435 was there, and the market touched only, right? Boom, came down already. Okay, all right. That's how this morning why the TWB team itself we shorted the Hang Seng and big profit. Everything is all based on the rules. Yeah. Okay. All right. That will be all for today. Thank you for staying tuned. All right. Hopefully the KCB sharing will help you in your trading. I wish you all the best, and may you make a lot of money tomorrow. We'll see you again on IMAO. Bye bye.